Hey, you, welcome back to the channel. And guys, today I want to talk about my picks, my cryptocurrency picks for 2018. And just as a reminder, guys, this isn't financial advice. This isn't saying follow me and buy what I buy, but just letting you know what's in my wallet. So do your own research. If you like some of the information I'm talking about with what I'm buying, um, do your research first and see if they're for you. But just want to share with you all some of the processes that go into why I pick certain coins and why I think they'll perform well. And I very much appreciate you guys' input. Maybe I'm missing something, or you might know of some more tokens or coins that you think are good, and maybe you can leave a comment and give me some reasons why you think that. But I'm going to share my thought process with you all about what coins I think are good picks and which ones I'm investing in for 2018. So first up, none of my tokens are top 10 tokens, and so I know a lot of people is like, whoa, you don't have any top 10 tokens right now? No, I don't have any top 10 tokens right now, and that may change, guys. But if we look at the top 10, the large amount of billions of dollars that are already in these tokens, it's going to have to be a large money injection to really get these tokens to move. And as we can see right now, we've been in this very low market capitalization of only $200 billion. And so, when you do the math and you come up with, well, this token's going to need several $billion just to move. It makes you kind of, change your thought process a little bit. So anyway, well, we're going to move on. We're going to get to the first on my list. And I'm just going to start off with the ones that you all know. If you watch my channel, I talk about it 90% of the time. That's Electroneum. So many of you have already heard why I think Electroneum's my top pick and my top investment for 2018. But for those of you who maybe are tuning in for the first time or don't know, I want to start off by saying Electroneum's direction is going for the unbanked, right? People who don't have banks, they're going for that mobile area because most people do and transact business over their mobile phones and their laptops and various devices. And so nobody's really sitting at home on a desktop anymore. And so the layout of Electroneum in their wallet is very efficient for moving money back and forth, specifically to these people who I think have the best use case in cryptocurrency right now. If we try to say, well, we try to look other places, we try to look to the West, or places with very stable monetary systems. There's really not a whole lot of urgency for people to need to change from what they're doing. MasterCard and Visa works pretty good. And so, especially in the West, people are after more convenience than if it's costing them a few extra dollars. Like, I've heard people say things like, well, you try to send money through Western Union, you can send over cryptocurrency, is a lot cheaper. Why would you want to pay? But see, here's the thing people are missing with that analogy in the West. People aren't going to stop using Western Union just to save, several bucks, to send some money. What people are missing in that analogy is that people still will pay for convenience, right? Like, I'm not going to learn cryptocurrency just to save Western Union a few bucks at Western Union, right? If it's 10, 20 bucks, if it's 100 bucks, it's not going to make a difference because people are willing to pay for convenience. So in the West, that doesn't fly well, but in places where there is no, like if you put your money in the bank, your money's gone the next day, or if you put your money in the currency of the land, the value of it is gone the next day. So in that regard, Electroneum is going after that. Makes a lot of sense. It has a strong growing community, as well. It has an instant payment processor that's going to change the cryptocurrency world, as far as being able to do transactions instantly like you do with your MasterCard and Visa, without having to deal with the problems of the blockchain. And so, that's why Electroneum is the first pick. And watch my other videos if you're new to the channel, and you'll get a lot more details about Electroneum. But let's move on to my next pick, my next pick for this year, and why I think it makes a lot of sense. So my next pick is Waves. And people probably heard about Waves. If you've been watching the market, you've been watching it for the last few weeks, even when every coin was red in the severe bear market. Waves was seemingly gaining still, and still up in value, still in the green. And what Waves is it's a decentralized exchange, but not just any decentralized exchange. Waves was like kind of one of the first major ones that raised a lot of money in ICO, and has a very smart CEO, Sasha Ivanov, a rocket scientist actually, who created the super fast blockchain. But not only that, anybody could create a token on Waves. And it's real cool. I actually have a token on Waves that I use as a rewards token for many people who participate in my content, watch the channel, various things like that. And, with what's going on with exchanges in the cryptocurrency space, we're going to need decentralized exchanges. We know there's a need there. But, versus centralized exchanges where we have people who, basically these entities make decisions about who can get listed, about fee structures, and people, and cryptocurrency just doesn't really match up well with centralized exchanges. And, it's kind of like, sticks out like a sore thumb, centralized exchanges. And so, there are a lot of problems with centralized exchanges. I could spend hours talking about them, but Waves is decentralized, and it's one of the best out there. And because of the need for decentralized exchange, Waves is one of my top picks. Waves is also very undervalued at this point in time. It was ranked number 11 on CoinMarketCap at one time, and it's now it was once trading around $16. It's now at only $2. So it's a greatly undervalued token. And I think that's going to turn around, as we've been seeing over the last few weeks, with it gaining as everything else is going down. So I'm going to move on from Waves. What's next on my list? Now, this next one is kind of controversial. And a lot of people might disagree with it. And some people have actually kind of cursed me out about it. But the next token is that's a pick of mine, is Rarecoin. Now, a lot of people either love Rarecoin or hate Rarecoin. Some people think it's just this coin that's stolen, that's clone tipping coin technology that every coin can do. And what Rarecoin has focused itself on is being this token that you can tip and pay people with across social media. Like, you can go across every social media site. And how Rarecoin is packaged and how they're going after that, I think is a brilliant idea. And although the technology is not new, how it's being packaged and how it's being made digestible for people to use it, I think is a great idea. In addition to that, what Rarecoin is going to be doing a little bit different, it's already in beta testing, is something called Red ID, which you have one account that's going to encompass all your social media accounts, so you can send cryptocurrency back and forth to everybody across social media, no matter what platform they're on. You can tip them and various things like that. So that's going to be very interesting to see. And that should be released very soon. It's already in beta testing. Another thing great about Redcoin is it's very cheap, as you can see. It's cheaper than Dogecoin looks like, or about comparably priced. And that's at a fraction of a penny. It's like 0.002 of a penny. And it's been as high as 2 or 3 cents. So, you're looking at easily, if Redcoin goes back to where a lot of us think it can go, 10 times return. And, you know, uh, with Tron lately in the news, talking a lot about sending money across social media, I think it's woken up or reawakened what Rarecoin had been doing really since like 2014. But I think that people are seeing the importance of moving tokens across social media. As far as the marketing and its usability and things like that. So, a big supporter of Redcoin for the year, and that's going to be interesting to watch. So, last but not least is going to be Bittube. And what is Bittube? I've been talking about this week in my videos. Bittube, which sounds like YouTube. Yes, it's a decentralized video hosting platform, right? It's like YouTube, but without the entity, the censorship, the the problems of monetization. All of these things, Bittube has a solution for. And what's also very unique and interesting about Bittube is that it has a great use case because everybody uses platforms like YouTube. And so people are going to be able to be educated, entertained on Bittube and as well as something they use now called airtime. And what airtime is how the content is valued, but not only the content, how many hours you put into watching content creator videos, you're actually paid in the tokens as well. And I believe Bittube is highly undervalued. It's a great concept. It's only at about 3 cents. It had been as high as 30 cents over the last few months, and it's been twice as value in this month alone. So it's been over 6 cents in the month of August here. So I can easily see Bittube going back to that in no time. Also, Bittube's only its capitalization right now is only like a little bit over $2 million, which is crazy ridiculous. If you think about the value of YouTube's value right now is about $100 billion. If Bittube was only like 1% of YouTube's, if it could only take like 1% of YouTube's market share, which I think is very possible and highly likely based on many of the problems that YouTube has encountered with content creators wanting to leave or leaving or being censored or taken off of YouTube or what have you, or whether it be problems with monetization. It's going to be, to me, very easy for Bittube to grow, right? And get some of that market share. So that's all I'm gonna say about that with Bittube, because I want to later do a video about Bittube. I want to do a price prediction video. And so those are my picks, guys, for 2008. Tell me what your picks are, and tell me what other coins and tokens you think are good. Let me know your how you feel about my picks. If you think the approach to it is rational, do you think it makes sense, or do you see something better? I just want to say in closing as well, as I did say, I don't have any top 10 tokens. That value-wise, guys, it is concerning to me because I'm looking at the amount of money that would have to go into these top 10 tokens. Not saying that that they are not worth the investments if you're holding these tokens and various things like that, but the fact that these tokens are already, from what I see, will require such a large amount of injection to raise up significantly in value. But besides putting that aside, the other tokens, in my view, that I've mentioned, I see them as taking just a much more practical and approach to how to get people using cryptocurrency very easily, how to mass adopt very user friendly interfaces and various things like that. So all these tokens I picked, in my view, they had all of those other categories going for them, as well as not just being value wise, having so much potential to grow further, and not requiring billions upon billions of dollars injected into them to do that. So guys, that's all I want to say, and those are my picks. Guys, if you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, take care.